Imagine stepping into your garden and being greeted by the vibrant colors of freshly bloomed flowers, their delicate petals swaying in the breeze, filling the air with a sweet fragrance. Creating a flower bed that evokes such beauty is not just a gardener's dream, it's a very attainable reality. Whether you're a gardening enthusiast or just starting, this guide on planting a new flower bed will walk you through every step of the process, from selecting the right plants to creating the perfect environment for them to thrive. There's something magical about the transformation that a well-planted flower bed can bring to any outdoor space. It's like painting nature's canvas with a riot of colors and textures. But planting a flower bed isn't just about putting some plants in the ground. It's about understanding your garden's unique conditions, making thoughtful choices, and ensuring your flowers have everything they need to grow strong and beautiful. In this comprehensive guide, I'm going to take you on a journey through planning, preparing, and planting a flower bed that will not only beautify your garden, but also bring immense satisfaction as you watch your hard work blossom into something spectacular. Planning your flower bed before you get your hands dirty. The most important step in creating a successful flower bed is planning. This is where you get to unleash your creativity, but it also requires some practical considerations. Location. The first thing you'll need to decide is where you want to plant your flower bed. Different flowers have different light, soil, and water requirements, so it's crucial to pick a spot that meets the needs of the plants you have in mind. Consider factors like sunlight. Most flowers require at least 6 hours of sunlight a day to thrive, so take a good look at your garden and determine where the sun shines the longest. If you have a shadier garden, don't worry, there are plenty of shade-loving plants that can still create a beautiful bed. Water access. Make sure the area you choose has easy access to water. You don't want to be lugging heavy watering cans across the garden every day. Visibility. You'll want to plant your flower bed in a spot where you can enjoy it. Consider placing it in a central part of your garden or near a window so you can admire your blooms from inside your home. Size and shape. Once you've found the perfect spot, it's time to decide on the size and shape of your flower bed. Don't just default to a square or rectangle. Consider more organic, flowing shapes that blend naturally with your garden. You can create curves, circles, or even irregular shapes that follow the contours of your landscape. The size will depend on the amount of space you have, but even small beds can make a big impact with the right design. Choosing your flowers. The most exciting part of planning a flower bed is selecting the plants. The options are endless, so it's helpful to start with a theme. Do you want a bed full of vibrant, colorful annuals that bloom all season long, or would you prefer a mix of perennials that return year after year with minimal effort? Annuals versus perennials. Annuals, like marigolds, petunias, and zinnias, provide an explosion of color but need to be replanted each year. Perennials, like daylilies, coneflowers, and lavender, come back year after year, gradually filling out your flower bed over time. A mix of both can offer immediate color and long-term sustainability. Color scheme. When choosing flowers, think about how the colors will complement each other. You can go for a monochromatic look, using different shades of one color, or create a vibrant mix of contrasting hues. Consider the backdrop of your garden and house to create a cohesive look. Height and texture. A well-designed flower bed has layers of interest. Taller plants, like delphiniums or sunflowers, should go in the back or center, if it's a round bed, while shorter plants, like daisies or pansies, fill in the front. Don't forget to vary the textures as well. Foliage plants, like ferns or ornamental grasses, add depth and contrast to the soft blooms. Soil considerations. Not all soil is created equal. Some flowers prefer rich, loamy soil, while others thrive in sandy or well-draining environments. It's essential to know what kind of soil you have in your garden so you can amend it accordingly before planting. Test your soil to determine its pH level and nutrient content. If it's too acidic or alkaline for your chosen plants, you may need to adjust it with compost or other additives. Preparing the ground. Now that your plan is in place, it's time to get to work preparing the ground for planting. This step is all about creating the perfect foundation for your flowers to grow. Clearing the area. If you're starting a new flower bed in an area that's currently covered by grass or weeds, you'll need to remove them first. You can do this by digging up the sod or covering the area with black plastic or a thick layer of newspaper to smother the grass. This process can take several weeks, so it's a good idea to plan ahead if you want to avoid heavy digging. Loosening the soil. Once the area is clear, use a garden fork or tiller to loosen the soil to a depth of about 12 inches. This step is crucial for good root growth and drainage. If your soil is particularly compacted, you may need to go deeper. As you work, remove any large rocks or debris that could obstruct plant roots. Adding organic matter to improve soil structure and fertility. Mix in organic matter like compost, aged manure, or leaf mold. This will provide essential nutrients for your flowers and help retain moisture in the soil. Spread a 2-3 inch layer of organic matter over the surface and work it into the top 6-8 inches of soil. Fertilizing. Depending on the results of your soil test, you may also need to add a balanced fertilizer to give your plants an extra boost. Choose a slow-release formula that will provide nutrients throughout the growing season. Laying out your plants. With the ground prepared, it's time to start placing your plants. This step is crucial for ensuring that your flower bed looks full and balanced once everything is in bloom. Arranging the plants. Before you start digging holes, place your plants on top of the soil in the positions where you want them to go. This gives you a chance to experiment with different layouts and spacing. Keep in mind the mature size of each plant, and be sure to give them enough room to grow. You don't want to overcrowd your bed, as this can lead to poor air circulation and increased disease risk. Spacing. Proper spacing is key to the health of your plants. Most flowers need at least 6-12 inches of space between them, depending on their size. Check the plant tags or seed packets for specific recommendations. If you're planting a mix of tall and short plants, stagger them so that each one has room to grow without being overshadowed by its neighbors. Considering companion plants. Some plants grow better when paired with certain companions. For example, marigolds are known to repel pests, making them a great addition to vegetable or herb gardens. Research companion planting strategies to ensure that your flowers complement each other both aesthetically and in terms of growth. Planting your flowers. Now for the fun part, actually planting your flowers. This step is where your vision starts to take shape, as you bring your garden to life. Digging holes. Using a trowel, dig a hole for each plant that's slightly larger than the root ball. For most flowers, this will be about 6-8 inches deep. If you're planting bulbs, follow the specific depth recommendations on the package, as some bulbs need to be planted deeper than others. In conclusion, planting a new flower bed may seem like a daunting task, but with careful planning, thoughtful plant selection, and regular maintenance, you can create a stunning display of color and texture that will bring life and beauty to your garden for years to come. Whether you're a novice gardener or a seasoned pro, there's always something new to learn and enjoy in the world of flowers. So, grab your trowel, get your hands in the soil, and start planting your dream flower bed today.